Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're doing a debut here in the channel, checking out Maxace brand here for the first time. This one's coming via the Lefty EDC knife pass around. So let's not waste any time. We're going to get in here. Of course, this knife and every other knife you see in this video will be linked down below, so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. I mean, first impressions, this is quite a larger knife pouch here, zipper pouch, if you would. So, ooh, what is this one going to be? Oh my gosh, is this what I think it is? Is this a single action OTF? Holy macaroni. This is going to be an interesting one, guys. This one is absolutely going to be an interesting one. Now, we have checked out our fair share of OTFs here in the channel, dual action OTFs, right? You can close them and open them with the same switch, but this one is a little bit different, right? Single action OTF is a little bit different. So we have what I'm assuming is aluminum, right? Definitely feels really cool to the touch here. So aluminum casing here, handle with the shredded carbon fiber inlays, which actually sits a little bit taller than the handle. I'm sure that was intentional for additional girth, right? Additional width here to the handle. Some milling here on some key spots as well. And I'm assuming this is the, obviously, the button right there. So yeah, if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I mean, it's definitely got some size to it, right? Check out my baby hands here, right? Hammer grip, still got another almost 2 inches or 2.5 inches worth of handle right there. So here we go. Brace yourself, right? Here we go. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, no. What is the? Gotta push it like a man. What the heck is going on? Maybe I gotta load it. All right, let's try this. By the way, with the dual with the dual action OTF, you're probably giggling, making fun of me. It's okay. It's all part of the video. You go ahead and make fun of me. It's all good. I don't mind. With a single action OTF, right? You have to actually load the blade, which I'm assuming you would do this way, right? And obviously reload it like that. But what the heck is preventing this thing? Oh, got a switch. Oh, there we go. So it has dum Miguel. What's the matter with you? I mean, checking something out for the first time, there's always room to make a mistake. So it has a safety switch. So as you push down on the button, you are going to want to pull back on this switch and then push down. So that makes sense. Let's try that. That's my hypothesis. Here we go. Oh man. Holy smokes, guys. Check out this blade right here. I also felt a little bit of recoil as that blade was coming out. I'll tell you that. Holy macaroni. This is a very interesting sort of hellhound style spine right here. And speed holes and some pill-shaped holes in there. Clip point, almost buoy blade with a flat grind. Oh man, that's looking pretty good. Now, obviously, to be able to, there's a locking right there. To be able to reload this guy, I think you have to, this would be the part. All right, you gotta maybe push the button. Yeah, push the button. It's the button necessary. Maybe. We'll figure it out here as we go. So yeah, reload it back in, pulling back on this guy. Then we can push it back in and it's ready for another fire. So again, single action because it can automatically deploy, but then that's a single action right there. You have to manually, rewind it back. So here we go. Round 2, fight. And yeah, that time it actually locked really solid right there. M390 steel. This thing is epic, man. It is epic just from the handle size to the blade geometry. I mean, you guys seeing what I'm seeing? This is truly something else, no doubt about it. So trying to close, I think you do have to push the button. And then, yeah, then you can actually, it has to click. Miguel, let go of the freaking button. There you go. And then it can close. Yeah, if you had not ever seen me try a single action OTF knife in the channel after 2.5, almost 3 years of making knife content, well, here you go, right? This is how you, this is what your experience will be like when you check one of these out for the first time. Oh man, there we go. Man, I tell you, it fires so strong, and you better watch out, right? You better watch out because it comes out really mean. These pack a punch. Typically, single action OTFs are a lot stronger on the pull out area or deployment department, right? Than the dual action OTF. So that's they both have their pros and cons, right? With dual action OTS, right? Speaking of one that I have here handy rocking the blade grips, right? Little shell for protection, or a case right here, the Hellhound Ultratech. Yeah, with the dual action, you can use again the same switch to open and close, right? There's no need to manually do anything, so that's very straightforward. The concept here is that this force pushing out this blade is a little bit, or not as strong as a single action OTF. Now, the con, or if you want to see it that way, with a single action is that you do have to manually, again, reload the blade, if you would, all the way back, clip it back in place, and then you're ready for that single action once again. So I'm telling you, man, that yeah, that's not gonna get old anytime soon. This thing is just epic in every single possible way you can imagine. Holy macaroni. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a loss for words here. This is truly one of those uploads or videos that, just, having some fun here as we go through it. That's exactly what we're doing here, no doubt about it. Now, this would probably be a good time to remind myself, Miguel, you are trying to make a video here. So let's go ahead and do a scientific cutting test, shall we? Let's see what this blade M390 is capable of doing. Did we say it was M390, or am I just making that up? There we go. It is M390. Now, the one thing I'm thinking about is I notice there are times where it locks and sometimes where it doesn't lock. So I'll have to check that out. So here we go. Without further ado, man, this thing is like a out the front machete. A machete through and through. I mean, is it going to cut? The answer is absolutely yes. It absolutely will cut, no doubt about it. Got a single wall piece of cardboard, nothing fancy here, cutting at a diagonal angle for better performance. Oh yeah. Now keep in mind, it has a flat grind and it gets thick pretty quickly. So it's not necessarily the most efficient slicer out there, but it definitely gets the slicing done. You also have a very lengthy cutting path. So do check your local laws, not only for blade length, but out the front knives, if you can actually carry a OTF, aka out the front knife in your area. That's obviously highly encourageable, highly recommended. So there we go. So probably not going to be my dedicated cardboard destroyer on trash day anytime soon, but it definitely gets the job done in a pinch if it had to. I mean, just a savage blade through and through. Guys, rate this thing in the comments, right? How sharp is it on a scale from 1 through 10, 10 being the sharpest? You all let me know. So Draco, right? The name on this thing is the Draco, in case I haven't said it already, because I, just kind of so carried away with this thing that I probably forgot to say the name earlier in the video. So I'm pretty sure I didn't. So Draco is the name, and yeah, this time it locked up pretty good. That's nice. Now to retrieve the blade, you do have to press down, pull back here. You can let go of the button now because it's going to click in place. Pull all the way back until it clicks, and then just push this forward, right, and it's ready to go. So again, can't push down if you don't undo the switch, so I do like that safety feature. And yeah, there it is, nice lock up. Let's do some size comparisons here just to give you a ballpark where this guy lands. Now I do have the Ultratech here in the Hellhound blade, courtesy of Blade Grips. So if you have one of these Microtechs and you want to protect it, check out Blade Grips. I have them linked down below, but you can see that one is definitely much shorter. And here is the UTX 85, all right, a little bit shorter as well. Also rocking a blade grip, right, case on it for protection. So check them out. And you can see the sheer size difference on these out the front knives. Typically I zoom in to give you a closer look, but I don't really think I need to zoom in that much because this thing is taking pretty much almost the entire table. I mean, what are we even looking at here, ladies and gentlemen? We're looking at perhaps the largest knife, possibly 10 inches. Is that exactly 10 inches on the dot? By the way, 4 1/4 inches of blade and about 4 inches, 4 inches of cutting path. And that handle is going to be a whopping 6 inches. So there you go, 10 inches through and through. That is quite something, I'll tell you that. And you'll see all these other knives are not going to come even close size-wise. Starting with USA made, there is the Microtech MSI, one of the largest folding knives that I own. Right, here's the stitch. Again, they're large, but they're not Draco large. So yeah, it just goes to show, right? When the MSI looks like a small knife, you know you're looking at a pretty large knife as it is. Here's the PM2, looking like a Para 3. The Para 3 looking like a Delica. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at this. Would you just look at this? Just look at this. All right, that being said, let's see a few more here just to give you a ballpark. Demko AD 20.5, Kunwu Chad. All right, those are obviously going to be shorter there size-wise. And last but not least, on the budget end of things, we got the Civivi Vision FG and the Kizer Militaw. Right, those are going to be, I mean, relatively short compared to the Draco, but still they are large folding knives. So they only look small because of the the size of the Draco here. But guys, yeah, this has been an epic unboxing. And by the way, it feels pretty lightweight. Let me get a weight on this thing. This has been a just unboxing raw first impressions. I just took you along for a journey of what it's like to check out a single action OTF for the first time. So even being all that size, you're looking at only 5.5 ounces or a total 157 grams. So that is just epic, right? And the weight department, the fact that it weighs so little for such, I mean, what do we say, 10 inches, right, worth of knife? I mean, if that ain't something, I don't know what is. But one thing is for sure, and that is this thing is absolutely wild. So it has been locking up pretty good the last couple of times. I mean, just the geometry alone is just epic through and through on this guy. And I will be replicating that short, right, where people ask if a out the front knife blade can go through your hand, but I will be doing it with some cardboard, testing it, because we have done it with dual action OTFs in the past. We will be testing this guy here since it is a single action OTF. With that, you know, what people argue, a stronger deployment speed and more recoil, right, more strength coming out when the blade deploys. So there you go, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Anything you dislike about it? If you want to check out the price, I have a link down below so you guys can check it out. All the prices, availabilities, and variants, right? Check the links in the description and pinned comments. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.